Redoing NHL offseason moves featuring the Florida Panthers from 2011 to 2018. After the 2011 season, the Florida Panthers make a few trades. The Florida Panthers trade Dennis Wideman and David Booth to the Colorado Avalanche for Kevin Shattenkirk. Stephen Weiss is traded to the Columbus Blue Jackets for N.Zadorov-M and a second-round pick in 2012. If Stephen Weiss gets 60 points, the second-round pick becomes a first-round pick. They also trade Thomas Vokoun to the New York Islanders for Kevin Poulin and 2 second-round picks in 2011. At the 2011 draft, the Panthers make a trade. They trade pick 34 to the Nashville Predators for a second-round pick in 2012 and a third-round pick in 2013. 2011 draft, pick 3, Jonathan Huberdeau, pick 33, J. Gibson, pick 50, William Karlsson, pick 64, Vincent Trocheck. The Panthers don't trade for Brian Campbell. They also don't sign anyone in free agency. After the 2012 season, the Panthers make 2 trades. The Florida Panthers acquire Jordan Staal from the Pittsburgh Penguins for Thomas Fleischmann, Christopher Stieg, and a first-round pick in 2012. They also trade Jason Garrison to the Vancouver Canucks for a third-round pick in 2013. If Garrison re-signs for Vancouver, the Panthers get an additional second-round pick in 2014. The Panthers don't have a first-round pick in 2012 because of the Jordan Staal trade. At the 2012 draft, the Panthers trade up. They trade pick 31 and 50 to the Pittsburgh Penguins for pick 22. 2012 draft, pick 22, Olli Maatta, pick 84, Frederik Andersen, 89, Josh Anderson. Anton-Stralman is re-signed to a 2-year deal worth $1.7 million per season. The Panthers once again don't sign anyone in free agency. After the 2013 season, the Panthers make 1 trade. The Florida Panthers trade Eric Gudbranson to the New Jersey Devils for a second-round pick in 2013. The Panthers end up with the worst record in the league in the 2012-2013 season. They end up with the 2nd overall pick in the 2013 draft. 2013 draft, pick 2, Alexander Barkov, pick 31, Arturi Lehkonen, pick 42, Pavel Buchnevich, 86, Sven Andrighetto, 97, J.Saros, 98, Miles Wood. Jordan Staal is re-signed for 10 years. Kevin Shattenkirk is re-signed for 4 years. The Panthers don't sign Tom Gilbert, Brad Boyce, or Tim Thomas in free agency. The Panthers don't trade for Roberto Luongo during the 2013-2014 season. After the 2014 season, the Florida Panthers make 1 trade. The Florida Panthers trade Jacob Markstrom, Sean Matthias, and Scotty Upshall to the Dallas Stars for Colton Seaver, Jordy Ben, and the 3rd-round pick in 2014. With their new goalie tandem of Frederik Andersen and J. Gibson, as well as their new core of talent, the Panthers have a much better record than the 2013-2014 season. They end up with the 15th pick in the draft. At the 2014 draft, the Panthers trade down. They trade picks 36 and 46 to the Anaheim Ducks for pick 55 and a 3rd-round pick in 2015. 2014 draft, pick 15, Dylan Larkin, 55, Brandon Montour, 75, Nathan Heinen. Anton-Stralman is re-signed for 5 years at $4.5 million per season. Colton Seaver is re-signed for 2 years. The Panthers don't sign Jussi Jokinen and Dave Bolin in free agency. After the 2015 season, the Panthers make 2 trades. The Florida Panthers acquire K.Yandle from the Phoenix Coyotes for William Karlsson, Nick Bjugstad, Dmitry Kulikov, and a first-round pick in 2016. They also trade Brandon Peary and Jimmy Hayes to the Buffalo Sabres for J.Armia. The Panthers make the playoffs but lose in the first round of the playoffs. They end up with a 23rd pick in the draft. 2015 draft, pick 23, Brock Boeser. Jonathan Huberdeau is re-signed for 2 years at $3.25 million per season. The Panthers once again don't sign anyone in free agency. After the 2016 season, the Panthers make a few trades. The Florida Panthers trade Jordan Staal to the Montreal Canadiens for Lars Eller and a first-round pick in 2016. They also trade Frederik Andersen to the Toronto Maple Leafs for Zach Hyman and a first-round pick in 2016. The Florida Panthers end up making it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but get eliminated by the Pittsburgh Penguins in 6 games. They end up with a 26th pick of the draft. This pick goes to the Coyotes as part of the K.Yandle trade. The Panthers have 2 first-round picks in the 2016 draft. They have picks 9 and 30. 2016 draft, pick 9, Mikhail Sergachev, 30, Jordan Kyrou. K.Yandle is re-signed to a 7-year deal worth $6.25 million per season. Alexander Barkov is re-signed for 6 years at $5.9 million per season. Vincent Trocheck is re-signed for 6 years at $4.75 million per season. Olli Maatta is re-signed for 6 years at $4.1 million per season. J. Gibson is re-signed for 3 years at $2.3 million per season. Jordy Ben is re-signed for 3 years, and Colton Seaver is re-signed for 2 years. The Panthers don't sign James Reimer, Jason Demers, or Riley Smith in free agency. After the 2017 season, the Panthers make 2 trades. The Florida Panthers trade Kevin Shattenkirk to the New York Rangers for a first-round pick in 2017. They also trade Zach Hyman, Mark Pysyk, and a second-round pick in 2017 to the Ottawa Senators for Mike Hoffman. The Panthers lose Olli Maatta to the Vegas Golden Knights in the expansion draft. The Florida Panthers once again lose to the Pittsburgh Penguins in the conference finals. They end up with the 28th pick in the draft. The Panthers have 2 first-round picks in the 2017 draft. They have picks 21 and 28. At the 2017 draft, the Panthers make a trade. They trade picks 21 and 28 to the St. Louis Blues for pick 20 and 31. 2017 draft, pick 20, Robert Thomas, 31, Nicholas Hague. Lars Eller is re-signed for 4 years at $3.5 million per season. Josh Anderson is re-signed for 3 years at $1.8 million per season. Evgeny Dadonov is signed for 3 years at $4 million per season. After the 2018 season, the Panthers make 2 trades. The Panthers trade Dylan Larkin to the Winnipeg Jets for Josh Morrissey, Brandon Tanev, Jack Roslovic, and a first-round pick in 2018. If if Larkin gets more than 65 points, the Panthers get an additional first-round pick in 2020. They also trade Miles Wood, Josh Anderson, and a second-round pick in 2018 to the Colorado Avalanche for Nikita Zadorov. The Panthers end up winning their first Stanley Cup in franchise history in the 2017-2018 season. Brandon Montour is re-signed for 2 years at $3.4 million per season. Josh Morrissey is re-signed for 2 years at $3.1 million per season. J.Saros is re-signed for 3 years at $1.5 million per season. B.Tanev and J.Armia are both signed to 1-year deals. J.Gibson is re-signed to an 8-year deal with $6.4 million per season. This contract starts in the 1920 season. This is how the lineup looks like before the 2018-2019 season. The first line is J.Huberdeau-A.Barkov-B.Barkov-B.Boeser. The second line is M.Hoffman-V.Trocheck-E.Dadonov. Third line is A.Lehkonen-L.Eller-P.Buchnevich. Fourth line, B.Tanev-J.Roslovic and J.Armia. The first D pair is Josh Morrissey and Brandon Montour. Second D pair, K.Yandle-A.Stralman. Third D pair, Nikita Zadorov-M.Sergachev. Goalies are J.Gibson and J.Saros. Next, I'll be redoing offseason moves for the Vancouver Canucks from 2011 to 2018.